Got you stuck off the realness, realness. Got you stuck off the realness, realness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are back.
we're live.
Good morning, Bushwick.
Happy Valentine's Day, Bushwick.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day, Bushwick. Happy Valentine's Day to you all.
Got to be a lonely day for a lot of people out there.
For us single folk, yes, man. Even some of you that aren't in loving
single folk?
relationships. Yeah, single folk.
Didn't you just tell me the other day that you were happy that you were in your position right now just because you
Yeah.
guaranteed to not spend any money?
Spend any money except for myself today.
So what are you going to treat yourself with?
I don't know, man. I don't know
You got
yet,
to take
man.
yourself out to a nice lunch or something.
I don't know, man. I'm definitely gonna enjoy my day today by myself. I have zero plans, you know. I'm single, so I don't have a significant other to spend money on.
You hear that, ladies? Everyone that's watching right
No,
now.
no. Don't even get that started up right now. I don't need my DMs flooded.
You should
No, I
get
have
your
no
DMs flooded.
I have no problem with it, but organically, I don't need you forcing issues. Is this payback for Saturday? Is that what that just was?
No, not at all. This is just, I mean, it feels great to get DMs.
Yeah, it does, man. It's always great to get DMs. Just like it always feels good when you hear your text message, you know, go off until it's a time when you don't really want to hear it and you silence it.
I saw a meme. I don't know if somebody was actually making this up or this was like a gift that somebody gave somebody else, but it was a heart and it was filled with a bunch of different buds.
That is awesome.
I think that was one of the.
That is
greatest.
real love right there. Could you imagine that if you give someone instead of I think I saw that it was like it's like how you have the thing that comes with the chocolates, and I don't know if most people listen know, but like with the Russell Stover's things when they come in those chocolates, if it's the assorted ones, if you flip it over, it'll usually tell you where is what flavor. It's like a diagram on the other side.
Yeah.
So could you imagine that if you get one of those and it's like you have like a nice amount. I don't want to,
How long do you think one of those things would last you?
I don't know. If
Let's
it's
say
like,
you got a heart this big,
you would have to say it's maybe like a quarter in there,
just spread out.
between an eighth and a quarter, just a bunch of different kinds. Maybe someone was nice enough to split it up, and if they gave you like a nice little list there, that would be amazing. Could you imagine that? Like
all the different types.
that
of
would
kush.
be that was so much love. A different kush, a different this, a different that, a hybrid, a sativa, an indica. Like that shows love. That shows love, and
It's the gift that keeps giving.
it's the gift that keeps giving. It's the gift that doesn't stop giving.
I think if you don't have a Valentine's today, then you need to go on social media and reconnect with friends. I think that's what people should do. They should not be alone on Valentine's
Do you
Day.
mean
Just
reconnect with friends, like hang out with friends, or like try to reconnect with a former
if you
flame?
got a group of friends and they're all single and they all don't have Valentine's Day, then you guys need to get together and do something.
I don't know, man. That seems I don't know. No.
You're against that idea?
I don't know, man. It doesn't have to. Everyone doesn't have to do it. I'd
Obviously
say
not. But
I'd say enjoy your Valentine's Day your way, man. If you don't have anyone today, if you want to do something on Valentine's Day, try to find someone to do something with.
I'm going back to Gyukaku tonight.
Yeah, see, you like that place. Yeah, and I was gonna ask you, you're a married man. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? Because you're a married man, you obviously have to, have something to do.
It's an involuntary thing.
It's like society dictates it. You can't decide. It's like society dictates it, almost like the holidays.
And even with our upbringing, knowing that we never celebrated any type of shit like this.
Nope.
Now it's kind of just being forced down the throat, especially being a married man. It's just like you have to do that because now it's an ego thing. Now if you don't do that and your wife is around her friends and they're not even married, but they have something going on.
Man,
it's just like everybody look
I
at
have
me
to
like
see
I'm
it, man.
goddamn
It's
Al
when you
Bundy.
it's like it's I don't want to say a competition, but it's like a level. Sometimes I see a level of one-upsmanship. Sometimes, man, and I don't know, man. I feel sorry for people that I don't want to say get suckered into it, man, because it's an amazing. I want to say it's an amazing feeling to be in that position with someone you love and care about that much. And I don't think one day a year, one day out of 365, 366 on a leap year, should dictate you know,
So what are the major days of a partnership? You got to remember her birthday.
birthday obviously.
Now you got the Valentine's shit.
I don't. Valentine's is forced on you.
I mean, it's always forced.
I mean, if you can remember an anniversary, it's something, a time something special happened.
Anniversary's another
If
one.
you can remember those, and I don't like I said, I don't think you have to be forced to. Like, I don't think people should be forced to, just because society dictates it. Like, just because it's,
Like I said,
commercialism.
it goes back to the ego shit.
Yeah, I mean,
People don't want to feel excluded from these types of events.
I don't know, man. I'm okay with feeling excluded from spending money just because,
Especially
a
in the social
commercial
media
says
age.
so. In the social media age, man, that's another thing. Everyone shares everything, man. Like, you can have a private moment and not share it. But I think people want everybody to know, hey, this is what I did for Valentine. You're 100% right. You are 100% right that people want to show, hey, this is what I did with my boo or bae, or whichever interchangeable word you want to put there.
If it's something sweet that's a regular occurrence and you post the sweet thing on social media, then I think, all right, that's justified because you guys already are sweet to each other. But if every other day of the year you guys are killing each other, you never post about each other, you guys shit on each other on social media, but that one day you guys take
There are
that
a lot
one
of people
selfie
who are
with the
just,
arm, like,
the arm seems great. And, there are a lot of people who it's just who it is just a social media thing. It is all image. It's not, I don't want to say not real,
let's
but
call it marketing and
it's
branding.
definitely, can we say doctored somewhat?
Doctored is the perfect word.
Definitely misrepresented, I would say.
But I think at the end of the day today, we're going to see a lot of things crumble on social media.
We're going to see a lot of things go a lot of ways, man.
meltdowns.
And if you guys don't know me, that is one of my secret hidden pleasures, man. Like, one of my, what do you call it?
Staying low key and watching social media meltdowns.
Watching it from a distance and like reading all the comments as they come in is like, it's like, it's like, thank you. It's one of the greatest feelings, man. I feel bad for people, but when you want to have a breakup in a public realm, or you want to, baby daddy, baby mama drama, inner family drama that should not make its way on the social media.
Even worse, when they give the play-by-play argument.
Oh my God, when it's just going.
Separate posts, all about the same exact occurrence,
like
back to back.
Like, but how you did it, and then like there's people commenting, and they commenting still on that one, but then there's gonna be a comment coming for that one. Like, it's
and then the replies to the comments start coming in.
The replies, that's when the comments are the best part, man. Like, those are that's one of my favorite things even to do. Like, when I watch a video on YouTube, I kind of it's like, yeah, I want to watch this video. All right, I'm gonna have to rewind this. I scroll to these comments first, read a couple comments. Like, this is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Like, I'm like, this is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be an interesting day, and I'm gonna pay attention to social media.
Yes.
We need to remind everyone that Good Morning Bushwick goes live every weekday.
Yes, every weekday, 10 a.m.
From here, First Live.
First Live, Bushwick.
219 Central Avenue.
Bushwick, Brooklyn, man.
Amazing booze, amazing coffee,
Yes.
amazing people.
Amazing atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
If you want to be in an air of awesomeness.
We should put that on a shirt.
Air of awesomeness.
Air of awesomeness.
I feel like that go two ways. Like, air of awesomeness, like air, the actual, and then air, like heir to the throne.
Yeah, and that's exactly why it'll sell to both demographics.
Double entendre.
Facebook advertising, targeted marketing.
Yes.
We got to do a whole episode on that one day.
Yeah.
So we have a guest lined up. We're going to bring him on later in the show, Tobias. He's actually going to be calling in from Denmark.
From Denmark, yes.
Where is Denmark?
I know it's in Europe. I want to say the Netherlands.
Aarhus?
Aarhus?
I don't know what that is, but we're going to have to look Aarhus up.
Yes.
It was like,
I always thought.
I've never heard that word in my entire life.
Yes, I always thought, Holland.
Home of TC Electronic.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Didn't you work for TC at one point? He was a rep. I think we met way back in the day when I was a manager.
Yes,
at
you
Guitar
guys.
Center.
I think this came up in our first meeting. We definitely remember discussing that. Yes, sir.
So I hope we get the name of his band right. Is it Freeman? That's how it's
yes,
spelled.
we'll definitely be we'll get
And,
it.
we have a lot of other guests lined up this week.
Yes,
I'm
we have
still
other
looking
guests
forward
lined
to
up throughout the
Rob,
week.
man.
Yes, I'm looking forward to Raw. Tomorrow we have Bree from Yes, from Slap
The slap.
for Saturday. They have an event here Saturday, so
Yeah, I just saw
you
that.
guys hear about that. You guys will hear about that tomorrow when we have them on air.
Let's see if by the end of the broadcast we'll find the flyer that they posted and we'll put it on.
Yes, yes.
But how's your day going, bro?
My day's
How's your
going
morning?
good.
Because you can see there's a obvious change here.
My morning's going good, man. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna do something I love for the third consecutive day in a row. I'm gonna keep track of this, man. You know me. I like keeping track of streaks. I feel great today, man. The fact that it's Valentine's Day is just another day to me. Obviously, I'll say that once again. But to everyone, I want everyone to enjoy the day, man. Wake up, every day you're awake is a chance to have a great day. So,
What did Mel say in Scarface? Every day above ground is a good day.
yes. And then Mel quickly learned why saying that.
Fucking punk. Oh, you Scarface buffs, you guys know what we're talking about.
You know Mel Bernstein.
That was his last name, Bernstein. Can we get a cappuccino?
I thought you never asked.
I'd love a cappuccino.
Yes, and a mocha, please.
Look,
Mocha?
now he's getting fancy.
I'm gonna
today.
try. I'm gonna try. I told Danny every day on I'm gonna try something different.
There's a shot. I
There
love
we
these
go.
shots.
Woo!
I like seeing our shit get made, baby. God damn, that shit looks sexy.
Yes, it
And
is.
that machine right there is like, it's not only expensive, but it's heavy.
It's
as
heavy,
fuck.
man. That is not light, like you would think, but no, you would be oddly mistaken if you were to think that was something.
And
Like
just look
that's
at
big. Like that's more than a 3-man thing to lift. Like really, like that's almost a 4-man lifting
Yeah.
operation.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell we pull that one. Like,
That one, yeah.
That wall, I still love the wall. Like
I love
that's
the wall.
pride and joy.
I love it all, man.
We gotta get that clip. I'm gonna rip that clip from the Button Road show because it was actually on HNMV.
HMV, yes.
So I'm gonna rip it off HNMV and we're gonna play that clip. But that wall is sexy. I can't wait to put the letters up on the ceiling too.
Yeah, man. The letters look great, man. The panels over there, man.
Are we
that's,
still spray painting the E? Yeah, we're gonna spray paint the E black. Just look at this work. Look at this craftsmanship. This is what you guys get when you come down to 219 Central Avenue. You guys are witnessing a cappuccino being made right now.
Yes, a cappuccino being made. Like, I mean, look at this. That is like,
God damn.
look at that work.
It's like a
That's
play-by-play. I wish we had the screens that we could draw on the screen.
Ah,
and shit.
man, the little
The little
teleprompts.
NFL thing.
Get a little Pat Summerall, John Madden going.
Look at that.
I will say
damn.
Al Michaels. I'm not going to dignify Chris Collinsworth
Look at how
after that
clean this
travesty
place
of a
is.
Super Bowl.
Everything gets wiped down as soon as it's done. Look, he's bringing them up. You still on
Yes.
camera.
Clean
look
as
at
you
that,
go.
Look at that classic First Live fitted.
Yes.
We got to get some fitteds, man. I told you I lost my hat this morning. That's why I came so late.
Is there a story behind how you lost your hat, or is it just misplaced right now?
You did the heart?
You get a heart?
I don't know. I don't remember yesterday. It was one of those days, and
It just turned into a blur
just-
and woke up not with your
I
hat.
woke up. I trashed the room trying to find my hat. I couldn't find shit. Look at that.
Look at that.
I gotta post this on Instagram.
That looks delicious, man.
I'm turning into one of those people.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're gonna post it on Instagram, you might as well tell the people where to follow you while you're posting it on Instagram, so they can see what
Yeah,
this.
they can follow me at I'm King Roach.
And of course, you can follow me at Mr. Taylor, and that's MR. You don't have to spell it all out. Wouldn't do that to you fine people. I don't know, but I might be an asshole and go do that just to be a dick and make you all spell it out. I don't know. But as of right now, it's just Mr. Taylor. If you want to follow me on Instagram, more than welcome to, guys.
I'm glad that we're back on Twitch.
Yes, man.
That little faux pas that happened with YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't want to say I kind of felt we were gonna end up back here. It happened a lot sooner than I thought. I thought we might go like a week or two trying to iron it out before you just enough.
It was just when you. First of all, I always go to the University of Google. So
I think that's where everyone goes, the University of Google.
once you start looking shit up, you'll see that there's people they're actually doing what you're trying to do, and it just didn't work. They said that the link was gonna be a stationary link. You put the link on the website every time you go live. It's supposed to be a new episode, And people didn't catch the Bud and Roach show on Monday because Good
It
Morning
didn't
Bushwick was still
update.
up.
Yeah, I saw that a lot of people. Even Lorenzo texted me during the show
Yeah.
and told me, yeah. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
First
First
Live.
Live, baby. FirstLiveGuide.com. That website's still up, right? First Live Guide?
No.
It's not up.
Oh no.
God damn. That means you got to come to 219 Central
Yes, you have
Avenue
to come
if
to
you want
219
check
Central
out the
Avenue in
book.
Bushwick to check that guide out, man, and get a nice feel, because not all those venues are still open, like we've discussed, man, and get a feel for the former market of what it was like out here for playing live shows, those live music venues.
I want to play again, man. When's the last show I played? Was at the Bitter End?
I don't know, man. That's you. I think so.
You came to the show, didn't you?
I was there. Was it last year? Was it last year your birthday?
Last month.
Last like
January.
Last year, yeah. Last winter.
That's when we shot the documentary, and Lantern Hall sponsored the gig. They bought out all the pre-sale tickets. We got to do something like that again. And that's something that we need to always remind people to do. You got to think outside the box as a musician, especially if you're trying to get exposure. Exposure doesn't come at the expense of ticket sales. It comes at the expense of sponsorship. If people put you in a position, let's say for potential sponsorship, what happened with us, or with me particularly, this show that I was playing, you had to sell 20 tickets in order to play. So depending on how long you have, it's 10 tickets per 30 minutes. I go and I get an hour set, so I got to sell 20 tickets at $5 a pop. I think I had to give them like $200.
Ooh,
Instead of going out and selling the tickets,
that's more than $5 a pop. That's 40 tickets.
so it was something like that.
Dang.
So pretty much, instead of going the traditional route and going out trying to sell tickets and hopefully, not having to come out of my pocket to play, all I did was I approached Lantern Hall. I told them I was going to film a documentary leading up to it. We already had events under our belt at Lantern Hall, so there was a lot of footage to put in the documentary. And because of that, they bought out all the pre-sale tickets, and because the way the Bitter End worked, they just send you an email, and you print out the tickets, you cut them up, and then you sell them. So I just printed up like 2,000 tickets and just started giving the tickets out to everybody. And that's why people showed up to the plays. Nobody had to pay. Nobody had to do anything. The sponsors took care of everything. We filmed the documentary, and it was a successful show.
Yeah, man. Well,
It's
I
about
think you
thinking
just
outside
gave
the
people
box.
an idea for future artists to. That's crazy though. But what I wanted to ask you while you were saying that, what would have happened if you didn't sell all the tickets? Would you have had to come out of pocket to play, or would they have shortened your set, or would they have just
If
say you
if I
sold
didn't,
half the tickets, and
then I get half the time.
you get half the time? Ah, man, that's cold blooded. I had no idea.
And
That is
the way,
rough.
I mean, that particular, event, it was called the Singer-Songwriter Series with Larry Oakes. And Larry Oakes is, he's a good guy. I've known Larry for years. It's not my first time playing there. So he's a little more lenient with me, but that's only because I've done about 5 shows at the Singer-Songwriter Sessions. And he knows that every time I do a show there, I put out a product afterwards. There's always a film or a little documentary or something that we put out. So, I mean, he looked out. He's always looked out for me, and he's gone out of his way to actually do things. Like after that gig in January, when the documentary was cut and released, he realized that I didn't get the actual CD audio of the performance. So he went back into the Bitter End like a couple days later. He went through all the files, and then he paid them, and then he sent me the CD.
Damn, so he got you the actual audio, so you
then
didn't
I
have
went-
to use like the audio from the camera. You got
Yeah.
actual. Man,
The
see?
actual. So
That's dope.
we recut the documentary, and we re-released it with the new audio. And it's little things like that make a big difference, especially because he understands that I understand sponsorship. It's not just selling tickets out there. It's not just playing on the subway anymore, telling people to follow you on Instagram. Like,
Yeah, man. You know that is everyone. No one should feel above that, man. When you're trying to get out there, man.
we got the drinks coming.
Yes.
Got your mocha?
Thank you,
So,
sir.
I mean, we still got a.
Thank you, Danny, sir.
that looks pretty. That looks real pretty.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on Instagram.
Can I get some sugar, please?
I'm putting this in my story though. I'm not putting the photo up. I'm putting this on my photo.
delicious.
Let's take a
I
break.
don't really drink coffee. What you come out with? This coffee's an empty cup. That's what you come out the gate with on me, man?
I mean, it is coffee for music people. And
Music for coffee people.
A good coffee will wake you the fuck up in the morning.
You know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good Morning Bushwick, hosted by us two, Bud and Roach.
Roach.
I mean, here at First Live.
Where is First Live?
Bushwick, baby. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me right now. Like
Where
First
are we
Live
from?
Bushwick. We're from Bushwick. We are Bushwick.
Pick up your damn cup and pretend you're drinking the coffee.
Here at First Live
Do
Bushwick.
it again. Do it again.
You know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good Morning Bushwick.
Good morning.
Right now, we cutting a promo or we live?
No.
You like
Where can
coffee in
people
this?
go to find out what's happening in Bushwick?
BudandRoach.com and firstlive.us.
This coffee's delicious.
Yes, it most certainly is.
This coffee's delicious.
This mocha most certainly is delicious. Like, I will not lie to you people.
Yeah,
if
we
you couldn't
finally got
tell,
him
that cup was empty in that shot.
All you've been drinking is water for the past few days, right?
No, I had tea yesterday, actually. I drank water on Monday. I had tea yesterday. But this mocha's delicious.
Damn, this shit tastes good.
And you're all witnessing me drink this for the first time.
Look at that,
You want a
look
good
at
shot? Let's get a good shot of that mug over there.
Beautiful mug. Look at that shit right there.
And the fantastic work in the back by Maddie. Can we get it? Let's get a clap for Maddie back
my
there working on
God.
camera. I'm gonna put this down. With the fantastic work in the back by Maddie. We want to thank you right now.
I wish we had a camera back there pointed at her.
Yeah.
That's funny. She'll make an appearance on one of these shows. We're going to have one stationary shot. She's going to have to run out here and take a bow.
Yes. We're gonna figure that out.
I wonder how it feels for her right now, knowing that we're talking about her and she's the one controlling it now. She's going to get the nice tight shots. Make sure that the grays don't show too much.
Yeah, man. I mean, the grays are there, man.
The next step
That's why
is
the hat's on.
we got to get powdered down. I think that's...
I'm okay. The lights are they don't feel like they're making me sweat. I think that might have been we were a little nervous. That was making us sweat.
I imagine red carpet at the Grammys. Imagine you get to interview Kanye West.
I'm not gonna have I'm gonna have to be one of those guys who wears the suit top but have no sleeves on because I'm gonna be sweating bullets, bro. Like up top it's gonna look like a suit, but underneath I'm gonna have no sleeves because.
You said Kanye was one of your dream interviews, right?
Yeah, man, without a doubt, bro. You know he's my favorite artist of all time.
Kanye today or Kanye?
Kanye right now, man. It's still I think.
Because I saw a picture that they posted the other day. It was him and Kim, and he looks like he's in a sunken place.
He
looks.
I won't say that.
He looks like they did one of these.
Nah, man. He looks like a man who's happy in life right now.
He had no emotion in his face on any of the photos that I've seen.
He's taking emotion out of his face in most shots. He doesn't like being around the paparazzi. I think he's made
Emotion out
that
of his
fairly
life.
obvious. I mean, not out of his life, I think, clearly, but I think he doesn't like to show emotion in public around the paparazzi. I think he's shown a clear disdain from them throughout his career.
But I don't think it was a paparazzi shot. It was like a family portrait that I saw. That's what made it even more funny.
I don't know, man. I didn't see this.
It was like
this
a Kim
said photo.
Kardashian certified photo. I think it was on her IG.
You really think he wants to be on Kim K's IG? I know it's his wife, but you really think he wants to be on her IG?
I mean, why not? Shit. That's guaranteed views. It's publicity you don't got to pay for.
Kanye West, he don't need views, B. He's Kanye West.
Yeah, if he stays away from the spotlight long enough, people going to forget about him.
He's always going to be Kanye West. How long was Guns N' Roses out and they were still relevant despite the album leaking?
Yeah, but come on. There was some sort of anticipation for it. The fact that they had Chinese democracy, in the works for 20 years, that always gave people something to look forward to. What are people looking forward to from Kanye? His new sneakers?
A lot of people are, man, and there's a lot of fans like me, man, still looking forward to some new Kanye music, man. So, like I said, man, I'm always going to be a fan. I'm a big Kanye fan. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Huge Kanye fan.
We're going to set up the Skype right now. I don't know what time is it in Denmark. What can we look that up?
It's I think 4-ish.
It's like 4 o'clock over there.
Yeah.
So what time should we call Tobias?
Anytime. Yeah,
Fucking let's call him.
Call Tobias.
Let's get the man on the phone. This is fun.
Call Tobias. Let's get the man on the phone.
Tobias.
Yo.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
You looking sharp, bro. I love that shirt.
Thanks. I put on my nice shirt for you guys.
Oh man, thank you. I feel so.
It's a beautiful day. Is it really 4 o'clock over there in Denmark right now?
It's exactly 4:28 here in Aarhus, Denmark. Aarhus is the second largest town in Denmark. Compared to America, Denmark is a small country. We have something 5 million people. Maybe we're up to 6 now, I'm not sure. And obviously Copenhagen is the capital. Pretty much everybody knows Copenhagen. Aarhus, not so many people know Aarhus. We're about 300,000 people, but it still seems like an urban city to me anyway. Yeah, and one of the things that you guys might know from Aarhus is TC Electronic, and that is where I work.
Yes.
Because if you play music, then TC Electronic has been around for more than 40 years, and we make a lot of stomp boxes. Actually, we are the leading company in the
Colorful
world
stomp boxes, too.
within guitar effects. I'm not here to prep TC, but we make these tiny boxes which guitar players love, and also bass players, keyboard players.
It's funny because we initially, when we first met Danny, one of the first conversations that we had was the fact that he used to work at TC Electronics, and I was a manager for the accessories department at Guitar Center. See, this is one of them right here. And he actually, I think we actually met many years ago when he came into the store.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a crazy thing.
To show us these, and as a manager, you had to do the demos, and then you had to take the tests online, and so I know a lot about TC Electronic, and I actually love these stomp boxes. I'm a guitarist myself, so.
Cool. Yeah, I heard you talking about playing a gig in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. We need to plan some shit, bro. We
man.
need to plan, and we need to film everything now that we got this show. So let's talk about the band for a second. I hope we were saying the name right.
Can we get how do we pronounce the name of the band right?
I think it's close enough for being an American. It's I even have a hard time pronouncing it right myself because it's the Faroese name, and Denmark might be small, but the Faroe Islands is even smaller. So a lot of people haven't even heard about the Faroe Islands. It's a really tiny country, at least to the population, because there's only 45,000 people there in the entire country. So
and is that between Ireland and Scotland?
It's like a small part of Brooklyn.
Man,
literally
it's Bushwick.
It's Bushwick.
Man,
like
that's a big
Bushwick size.
So it's located between Scotland and Iceland. So and it's kind of in between looking. So there's no trees. It's all green and hilly and rocky. So the greens from Scotland and the hilly rough nature from Iceland. So it's a funny combo. It's really beautiful. It's very nature raw and very proud people living there. And I met one of those very proud people, which is my girlfriend, and she's also the lead singer in the band, Jana. So we are combining Faroese and English. I mean, it's only a fractal who will understand the words, but it's not so much about the words. It's more about the poetry of the sounds.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't understand the lyrics myself. I don't understand Faroese.
I think there's a lot of people like that. Like
thinks it sounds awesome.
There's a lot of people like that with music.
The context.
There's a lot of people like that with music in general, man. Like I can't fully understand Spanish, and I'm a big reggaeton and bachata fan, and I can't fully understand Spanish. So
yeah, I sing salsa, and I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I just know the words. So
I was singing along to ABBA when I was a kid. I didn't know what they were singing about, So you make up this mumble jumble, and you think that you're actually singing the words.
What's funny is that You said your girlfriend's name was Yana, but
Yeah.
it's spelled Jana. So the J over there, does it give the Y across the board? Is that just how the language is? Do you pronounce J's y?
J will be yeah. We're having a lot of those sounds.
Ah,
That's
So
interesting.
that would
I
be
want to pay attention to that language.
Yana, and someone might even pronounce it Jana, but that's like the dull Danish version of the name.
okay.
That's
But it is
interesting.
Jana. That is the proud Faroese way to pronounce it.
So you guys just released a brand new single,
We did, yes,
Unknown Faces.
correct.
And one of the things about this that we've been notified about is that the fact that you recorded this in an old slaughterhouse. You said the
Yes.
concrete walls give an edge to the band's sound. So explain that for a second.
Well, I mean, being an unknown band is also coming out with a story, and our practice room is part of an old slaughterhouse. So we actually call the room the freezer because it's an old freezing storage, being part of the slaughterhouse. So they kill the animal, chop them up, put them into the freezing room, and that's where our rehearsing space is. So, but I think it has a good hard acoustic for recording drums.
I can imagine.
I mean, the vocals we are recording here in my apartment. The keyboards and the bass we're tracking there. We don't have a guitar player, but it's more the ambience of the drums which plays a big part, which give it that edgy sound that we are going for.
So, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, how long have you guys been recording there at the slaughterhouse? Have you guys always recorded there, or is this just how long have you guys had that space?
It's been around for a while, but it's been very concentrated with the recordings. So it's been going on since November or something like that. But our deadline is to finishing up everything by March 1st, so we can release it May 1st. Otherwise, we have to wait till after the summer because June and July is dead, and then everybody's coming out in August. So we're looking at September, October, if we don't make it at May. So I really try to wrap everything up.
You know, one of the famous stories that I remember musically was it was Led Zeppelin. They had went to like it was a house that had a lot of spiritual activity, and supposedly that's where they wrote Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven. I remember hearing that story.
So do you find yourself looking for locations like that just to draw inspiration in the writing process, or is that strictly for recording?
No, not really. I mean, we have loads of inspiration, so I don't need to seek a haunted house. To find. So, but if I run dry of inspiration, I might go look up a place like that. I mean, I think it's inspiring being down there, even though that to a lot of people, they would probably think it's very trashy and not looking nice. But I like it like that.
It gives it a feeling.
It reminds me of being in a big city and keeping my little underground flag high, which I like. The style that we play is kind of new wave, so it's inspired by old The Cure, New Order, old Depeche Mode, that kind of stuff that I was brought up with. Went away from, been playing a lot of different bands and released pop albums and rock, and the last one was more like a dub trip hop thing. And now it's a full circle back to when I was a teenager, back to this. But are we able to play anything on the show here, or is it strictly talking?
No, we're actually gonna play one of the tracks. Let me pull this.
Or just
up.
a snippet, so people get a hint of what we are talking about.
So we'll give them 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull this track up.
It's gonna be the best 30 seconds ever.
So let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
This is Yana.
Looking out for unfamiliar faces, tired feet, and one.
I don't want to give away too much.
Don't want to give away too much.
Let's not give away too much. If you guys want to hear
It's
that,
cool.
that
But yeah, I mean the sound quality is not
you're
the
here.
best when you are listening to a transmission like this. But it's I think that we did good. I mean I'm happy with the result.
So you've been drumming your whole life.
And when you're mixing, you want to find references. And this one mix-wise was inspired by my favorite game with Cardigans, if you know that one.
Cardigans.
Cardigans. No, I don't.
No, we're gonna have to look that up.
I'm gonna have to look that up, man.
We'll check that
Well,
out.
it's a major hit a while back.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that one.
I think an interesting question to ask you.
It's more known in Scandinavia.
And
Anyway,
let me ask you this.
yes.
You've been making music for a long time, right? How different is it today in 2018 that you can be at your home studio in Denmark on live TV in Brooklyn? Like, where do you draw the line as to what's good for the industry and what's not? Because back in the day, a lot of people who created music, you know, they kind of get stuck into the mode of, you know, the way Motown was and just touring and all that shit. But with technology now, you have access to do pretty much anything that you want to do.
Correct. I mean, find it very interesting that like from the if you take the production side first, that you can track, produce, and come out with an album where the product quality-wise will compete with large mainstream production that's been very expensive. So you can get away with creating a product like that. I think where it's more a taste of if you like it or not, and so on. So it's more accessible for you to come out with a product or an album because you have your home studio. You only need plugins and great ideas and people to execute them. In terms of promotion, of course, it's easier to reach an audience. I mean, people get stars overnight on YouTube, but there's also so many, and everybody wants to do it. So
oversaturated now.
Media is the new buzzword, or not so new anymore. So you really gotta have a good story or come across with a good story to break through all the noise out there, because there's so much noise and everybody's doing something. You can't just make a Facebook Live and expect to be something overnight. You gotta
think outside the box.
Have some good ideas and a good feeling about what people want for it to make sense. But yeah.
So if there's a young inspiring artist in Denmark right now watching this, and he hasn't been through what you've been through in the industry, he hasn't gone through the motions of being an artist for decades, what advice would you give him on how to approach his career so that he could have a sustainable career with longevity?
Wow, that's a tough one. I don't know. The main thing is, I think, is to stick to your own ideas and not be so much a pleaser, because I think that I could have gotten better results with some of the bands and things that I've done in the past if I wasn't so much about pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay, this is a good song. We want to make this a radio song, and all of a sudden you take this great 6-minute trip hop song and mold it into a 3.5-minute ballless radio version.
You can't do that.
So, I mean, if you have an idea, go for it, and don't compromise. I mean, because that's when you will look like the others. The main thing is to stick out from the rest, and that take guts. So
A
having
lot.
the guts to stick out
To
and
be
not be
unique.
like the rest.
It takes heart to want to be unique, to want to be your own person. It takes guts to wake up every day and want to be you and not be someone else. And I think people need to realize that. There's only one version of you. There's you, and then everyone else can be a second-rate you.
And because of the social media craze, everyone has access to everyone's part of life. Like people watch you 24/7. So there's a lot of people who start to look like one person. Everybody's trying to follow that one trend and go in that one direction, and that's when you lose everyone. They become a crowd. It just becomes background noise instead of just walking into a place and owning it as yourself.
Don't be afraid to take the path less traveled.
It comes down to that. Simple. So, Tobias, where can people find your band? Where can they listen to the music? Where can they see a show? Tell the people.
Well, we're planning on coming to New York actually in October.
Yeah, we'll be there for that.
So, but we want to have the album ready first. Right now, we're in the process of booking some gigs here in Denmark in May and June, and having the album release in May, obviously. And then I really want to come to New York because, I mean, two things I've always been having on my bucket list is one thing, making a vinyl album. I made 4 or 5 CD albums, and I have vinyls, you know, tons of them, and a record player and stuff, you know. So
Dang.
Ah, man.
It looks like your house.
Looks like my house.
So that's one bucket list thing that we need to cross out very soon. And the other thing is to play a bunch of gigs in New York. I mean, I have a family in Brooklyn, actually, in Park Slope.
Okay.
So I've been coming there since I was a kid. So I got New York in my blood.
So you got to promise to have a drink with us when you get out
Yeah,
here.
man. If you're in Brooklyn, man, you can't come to Brooklyn and not see Bud and Roach, man. You come to First Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to.
So,
I think First Live has to be on the stop list.
Yeah,
I think that's to be on the list.
Want a live performance here.
But Facebook, Fremont, it's actually pronounced Fremont. It means stranger in Faroese. But Fremont is also fine. Yeah.
So we
And
got.
we have Spotify and iTunes and all that. We're on like 50 digital platforms where you can find the music. Find the song right now. We just released this song. We also have a YouTube channel where we have put up some videos.
Okay.
So we're gonna check out all the links after this. We saw
Yeah.
the email. I actually want to go through some more information and see what other music is out there.
I mean, my tell for a great song, you know, for me is if I can picture, you know, something visually in my head for it, and I did. So, I mean, that's a good song there.
Yo, we were really happy to have you on the show today, bro. This is exciting.
This
You're all
is
the way
great,
in Denmark,
man.
bro.
In
Now,
Denmark.
I'm gonna
From
walk around the
Denmark.
rest of the day, be like, yo, we just interviewed Tobias from
Someone
Denmark,
from
bro.
Denmark. It's 10 a.m. here, and it's going on, I guess, 4 a.m. there now. I mean, 4 p.m. there, right? In the afternoon?
4 p.m. It's still light
It's
outside.
getting, it's good. Sun's going down.
So Tobias, it was a pleasure having you on the show with us today, brother.
Thanks a lot for having me.
We're
It was
gonna
a pleasure.
and we're gonna bring you back on as soon as you come to New York.
I will.
All right.
I'll stay tuned here. Okay, thanks a lot,
We'll
guys.
talk after the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
good one, Tobias.
So
Bye-bye.
that was
That was good, man.
I like this.
That was
This is tough, Danny.
nice and
Holy shit.
smooth stream. That was that song had me picturing like the closing out of like a drama sitcom, like someone just overcame some stuff, but now they're like heading into that new place. Like that's what I saw in my head. I don't know. You know me. I tell you what I see in my head musically when I hear something I've never heard before. If it makes me hear like picture something visually in my head, that's how I know it's a good song.
Bro, I'm having the time of my life.
I am, and
Like this is the best time of my life in my entire life.
I don't
What
have
we get to fucking do, bro.
every morning. I don't have much to judge this by. I just want to go on record as
Holy
saying
shit.
this mocha is damn delicious.
This coffee's delicious.
Like this mocha's delicious. I just want to go on record as saying that again.
219 Central Avenue.
I don't
of
know
course.
if this is what's gonna
Bushwick,
turn me
Brooklyn.
out to coffee or what's gonna happen. We're gonna get that mug on there again. That fine, great camera work by Maddie. Let's get that.
I'm like Vanna White.
Coffee for music people. And music for coffee people. That's what we do down here at First Live Bushwick.
We also need to shout out the family. We got to shout out Tri-State the Union, man.
Yes, sir.
Because now that we've been doing this, I haven't been spending that much time in the studio because I've been doing a lot of prepping and running around. But we got to remind people that every Monday night,
We are
on the
live.
B&RS Show.
Live at 8 p.m.-ish.
And we live with the Tri-State the Union fam.
Yes.
So we'll be back after this.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we don't know where we're gonna take you, brother. We're here to tell you that we're back. We're going to the stratosphere. We're out in the atmosphere on that. We're going everywhere. We don't know where we're gonna start. We're here. We started down here, but we want to take it all the way here. We want to bust through that mother. Oh yeah. We feel the power. The power of the Bud and Roach team, baby. BudandRoach.com. We're here, and we're going straight to the top. Where's the top? We won't know till we get there, baby. There you go, Chico. We're coming for you, for your brain. We want it all. I want everything. What we know we're here to do is to do it good. What are you gonna do when we delete you? Yeah, bitch.
Early, BudandRoach.com, baby.
Yes, sir. That's where you can see what led to this. Man,
You can see a lot of shit on that site. We have a history.
a
on that
history.
site.
There's a history you can see, man.
I'm actually gonna work on making the Patreon, all the posts on the Patreon free. And if people want to support, they'll just support.
Yeah, they just support, man.
Just so I don't have to transfer everything over because all we need to
I
do is just unlock
I
it.
mean, people could to see the old archives, man, to see the history, to go through it, man. They'll get a couple of the early podcasts. You'll actually get the podcast we were talking about. We were talking about the other day about the pill for the pill.
We were talking about that, but I was actually thinking about the first thing we ever spoke about. Remember what we spoke about, episode 1?
Robot prostitutes.
Robot prostitutes in Amsterdam.
And the Secret
That
Service.
was our first show ever.
It was that and the Secret Service, prostitution scandal in Colombia.
Oh, man.
That was our first episode ever. Robo prostitution in Amsterdam and the Secret Service prostitution scandal in Colombia.
And even back then, we were saying, "Oh, we're gonna go to Amsterdam. We want to go to Amsterdam." We still haven't gone to Amsterdam. I think we need to put that on the bucket list.
That is on the bucket list, man.
If Tobias is coming to New York to scratch off his bucket list shows, then we need to go to Amsterdam and scratch off those bucket lists.
There's
I was gonna
a
say
lot of
those,
things on the
but-
bucket list, man, that got to get scratched off, man. I mean, I want to go snowboarding in Aspen.
I want to have weed-infused coffee.
I've never had that. But this being my first, tackle at a coffee, man, I have to say.
Cheers.
I may be walking on a very slippery slope here because this mocha's almost gone.
You see? Down the rabbit hole you go.
This may be the beginning of a problem.
Man. Wait till you see the documentary I sent you.
No. No.
You see how your face switched up for that one?
No. Just want to go
No,
on a
we're not
hard
talking
note.
about flat Earth on this show. We're not going to talk about
No,
that.
we are not. Not until
Save that for Bud and Roach.
yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna trouble you guys with that at what time is it? We'll say this again. At 10:52 in the morning. I'm not gonna trouble you guys with that.
Remind the listeners where the listeners.
The viewers.
The viewers.
The viewers.
Remind the viewers where they can follow you.
You guys, you can follow me at Mr_Zoe_Taylor. That is Mr_Zoe Taylor. You don't need to spell out the entire Mr. It is just Mr_Zoe Taylor. That is where you can follow me on Instagram.
You should make a. I'm not gonna tell you to change your Instagram name because you need to not have to explain it after you say it.
I know.
It kind of loses the edge.
I mean, I think most people wouldn't think to spell it out, but there are a few people who would.
People would.
There are most people you say that, and they just most people you say my name is Mrs. You're not gonna expect someone to have it online M-I-S. You expect M-R-S. Period. So
Mine's is a little easier. You can follow me at I'm King Roach.
no underscores or anything. So
No
just one word.
underscores. I'm King Roach.
I don't know. I like the underscore. I feel like the underscore separates it.
Yeah, but it's too much. It's too much to say. It's too much to
I
like.
don't know.
If you try to put an underscore on a loose leaf paper, it bleeds into the line.
I mean, but I think it's very distinguished, so to speak. And I think it's pretty. I mean, you know what? A lot of people might not know what an underscore is either. So I mean, I don't even
If you
say a
don't
lot
know
of
what an
people might not.
underscore is,
There's people that might,
I
you
don't
you
think we
put it
even
on
have
the
any
paper.
children watching this.
I think most people don't know it's called an underscore. Most people probably say the lower level dash. I know I did for a while until I know it's called an underscore.
I wonder if Tobias used. We should have asked him if he used TC Electronics equipment for his recordings. Because do you? Have you ever, Danny?
I would guess at the industry level.
That's sick.
Sounds like a hard yes from that.
I just realized this was a chromatic tuner.
A chromatic tuner? What's a
Yeah.
chromatic tuner?
When you step on this, let's show this really quick. A quick plug. When you step on this, the letters pop up, and then you hit the string, but it usually makes it silent. So like, if you're tuning your guitar on stage, the minute you, see, true bypass. So you click it, and then the sound stops, and everything's just going in here. And then you tune it. It's EAD, GBE, or whatever tuning you have. And then when you click it off again, now you're back to the show.
Oh, it'll tell you can like live tune on the fly. Or
Yeah.
it'll tell you if like your notes are in key and if you're off
And
key.
then they started coming out. It wasn't TC Electronic. Boss started coming out with the multi effects racks, and that started killing a lot of the sales for brands like TC Electronics, because people were coming in and they were just buying one unit and getting like 5,000 fucking effects.
What's a multi effects rack? I don't even know what that is.
Imagine you have this plus 5,000 other pedals just built into one about the size of this laptop.
Wow.
That's
Is
what
that
this-
like what like performers on stage like when they're hitting the little?
I mean, you'll have guitarists. I mean, one of my favorite bands is Incubus. Mike Einziger, the guitarist for Incubus, he still has solo pedals. So when they tour, you'll see, the guitar techs, they'll come out on stage and they prep everything. And you'll see just a sea of different pedals. And he's configured everything so that he knows which one does what and the positioning for each song. Like, you'll see the progression through songs with the way the pedals are set up. But then you'll have these guys that play the local shows, and they'll show up with a Boss ME60, and you just see them on one small pedal thing the entire time, but they're doing a bunch of different shit. Obviously, the quality of the effect isn't going to be as sharp as a standalone system. So a distortion on a ME60 is not going to sound like a standalone distortion. And because the distortion that comes standalone usually has its own perimeters, you can tweak and do all that shit. Once you have like a ME60 or something, you can tweak it, but then it starts to sound tinny. It starts to sound like cheap.
Okay. I think I just learned something.
That was a nice little
Learned something new
breakdown.
today.
Brought me back to my Guitar Center days, bro. Shit, I feel like I was just
Learned something new today. Yeah, man. I felt like you were about to sell me something.
Do you want a warranty?
you need an extended warranty with that? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, these guys in the back just toss these shits around.
We used to actually get in trouble when we didn't sell warranties.
Oh man, I used to hate that when I worked retail. When it was if I'm selling them, I don't want to sell them a warranty, man. Like it comes, it should work right. You're telling me not sell them an extra like extended warranty for something. And what if they don't use it? Do they get like a refund when that warranty's out? Do they get like a rebate back? Like, or did they just spend this extra money for nothing?
And then they tell you as a manager to not remind people of the factory warranty the products come with. So you got to sell them that GC guarantee.
Because almost everything comes with a factory warranty these days. Like everything comes with like some sort of there's usually a manufacturer's warranty, and then usually the store has some sort of warranty, like on most products.
You know who I'm actually, they liked the picture, I believe it was yesterday, and I'm proud of what they're doing. Remember Javi Pardo?
Javi, yes, man. I remember Javi.
Guitar Tech Javi. Now he's running the Guitar Tech little workshop thing on Sam Ash on Queens Bully.
Well, he's in there teaching kids how to drum?
He fixes guitars. Like, that's what he does.
What do you mean fixes them? Like broken strings, everything?
He'll do that, but...
Like necks?
When you bring a guitar in, we can't take that one out right now, but when you bring a guitar in, the frets, the small metal slabs that actually make the sound when you press it up against the string, whatever, those get rust. Those get grease, build up, mildew, all that shit, and you will never see it, but you can hear it, especially like on acoustic guitars. You hit the string and it starts buzzing. what he does is he has all the tools, and he goes in and he scrapes each one of those things, and he makes it brand new. He repolishes the guitar. He does everything.
Damn.
Like it's a one-stop shop for.
I guess that might be like a premium service then.
Yeah, you can't just
Shit.
drop it off, and that's you got to pay specifically for that.
Damn. Is that like
Guitar Tech?
Is that like the guitar like center equivalent of like Apple's Genius Bar?
Something like that, but strictly for guitars.
For guitars,
and
that's what-
basses and shit like that. He's not gonna fix a trombone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I
would
find
doubt
his
it.
Instagram.
I would doubt it, but that sounds dope, man. Shout out to Javi, man. What I remember about Javi the most, man, is when he would drum with you, man. Javi was a wicked drummer, bro. Like, that's
Yurger Tech. So YURGURTECH. That's Javi Pardo. Follow him on Instagram, and you could just see. Look at all the work.
putting the work on there,
All
man.
he's doing is he's taking old crusted guitars and turning them into brand new fucking masterpieces.
Brand new, yeah, man. That's
That takes patience.
it takes skill, craftsmanship.
Down to like, even when they have to position the guitar in a certain way. So there's specific products that they have in the store that will hold the neck up, and you have to angle it at a certain degree, and then you use the Allen key to fix the neck from bending. It was mad shit, bro.
I mean,
Like
it doesn't. It sounds like it would be, man.
He's
'cause
self-taught.
And
he's self-taught in everything. Remember that video that I used to show everybody when he was like 16 doing the drum off, ripping it.
Yeah.
16-year-old.
Talent.
Plays guitar, plays bass, drums.
Takes talent, man.
keys. He was the only person, and the reason why I brought him up initially was because we were the only two Puerto Rican managers at Guitar Center. So we was like Los Boricuas. Remember? Savio
I
Vega.
was about to say Savio Vega and Company. Is he still the announcer for in Spanish for WWE?
I don't know. I thought it was Tito Santana.
Is that who that was? I thought he was the guy with him. It was both of them, right?
Savio Vega and Tito Santana?
Yeah.
We have to look that up.
Remember, and they used to. Is it just me, or did it always seem like the superstars went out of their way to break the Spanish announce table first?
I think that was something Vince told everybody in the back. He said, "We could break the table, just don't do it at
Leave JR and Jim's for last, right?
Leave them there. we need those TVs." And I don't know, man. Me and Javi used to have a John Mayer DVD playing because he was the manager of drums and I was the manager of guitar accessories. And we took the John Mayer DVDs from the other section and we made them store DVDs. Like we wasn't trying to sell them. We kept them. But we kept them in the store. Everybody used to be pissed off because they walk into two different sections and they see a simultaneous John Mayer broadcast. Just like, yeah, I've never seen Puerto Ricans be on this man's meat so hard.
Oh, man. There's no beef, though. The man's talented, bro. I'm not ashamed to admit I am also a John Mayer fan.
Huge John Mayer fan.
I'm a proud John Mayer fan. I admit it openly. There are a lot of people who at first think I'm joking, and then they see me when Slow Dancing in the Burning Room comes on, or Dreaming with a Broken Heart, or Gravity. Or Who Says, or Heartbreak Warfare. I'm just gonna
Tracing.
I'm just gonna stop. I'm
No
just
such
gonna stop
thing.
saying. Yeah, I was about to just keep going.
Bigger Than My Body. Belief.
Vultures.
Vultures.
Who did you think I
What
was?
Genius? What was Genius? Oh, you talking classics now. What struck me so great about John Mayer, especially that particular DVD, is because he did 3 separate concerts at one concert.
Oh, you talk. Oh, wait, and I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Nikon Theater, LA.
I was gonna say Where the Light Is. Yeah, where he closed out with Gravity and
He
then came back
started
with
the
that
show
encore.
acoustic, did an entire acoustic performance.
He went,
then
he
brought out other acoustic guitar players.
Then he got bring out the trio like he did.
Then he did the trio, and then he closed out
with his
full
electric
band.
stuff. Yeah, it was sick, bro. It's insane. That's Where the Light Is. That has that. Do you remember that time we were goofing off before the show, before one of the Bud and Roach shows, and I started singing and we both knew like which one I was singing, the Gravity, like the way he starts that. But I've got dreams to remember, like the way he said, and we both
You
knew,
gonna
like
make me start singing that shit right now.
I'm like I don't have it on my phone anymore because my
Let's not
SD
play it
card
on the show.
corrupted.
We're gonna
No,
get
we'll get
fucking
flagged.
flagged.
No, but I'm not gonna lie, man.
I've got dreams.
That's probably my favorite
dreams
rendition of
to
Gravity, man. I'm not ashamed. We just spent, I'm pretty sure, 5 minutes here admitting our fandom of John Mayer. I'm not ashamed to admit him John Mayer fan. I'm not ashamed. Just like as a kid, Mike had his problems. I was still a Michael Jackson fan. As a grown man, I'm not ashamed to admit I'm a John Mayer fan.
Listen, if John Mayer still has his apartment in the city, we got to try to get in contact, bring him down to the show, and we could get a nice
him on
little
Good
live
Morning
performance.
Bushwick.
Come on, dude. You haven't been on major press lately for a long time since you moved to Montana and started wearing cowboy hats. But even that album was good.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest, but I think Javi liked that album more than I did, because Javi can play it. It's like, I like listening to shit that I can play myself just so I could feel good about it. But
Yeah, man.
motherfucking Javi could play everything, bro.
Talent, bro. I'm not saying you're not talented. It's just that's a level of talent, man. Like I can't play any real music, man. Like I could maybe hit a couple drum notes, but I couldn't like get crazy like that, Everything
But on the production side, if you go into a studio and you're like involved in the decision-making process of a beat, I mean, you don't have to be musically talented, but you could be like, yo, do this real quick. Like Cheese, when we was kids, Cheese used to come up to my ear. He go, yo, and this was in Kingdom Hall in church. He's like, yo, what do you think of that? I'm like, yo, record it on your phone. So then we go record it. Then we take it home. We keep building on it. And then he goes, and
I mean, you see the way we be, you see us when we're sitting there in our
start layering it.
freestyle vocal instrumental sessions before we go on there on Mondays.
Just look at what happened on Saturday. Saturday was unpredictable. People that weren't even completely sure they would be able to keep up came on stage anyway, and it turned out to be great.
And did, man. So, just once you get the feel for it, I guess, yeah, you're 100% right.
You just gotta be fearless in your approach. And if you're gonna do some, I don't want to call it dickhead shit, but if you're gonna just do whatever you want to do, then you have to be confident when you do it.
Yes.
Because confidence will sell it.
I think we definitely see people who maybe don't have the same level of talent but have the confidence behind what they do, and that definitely sells it. So
look at all these people, these social media. Come on, you think people like fucking, you think Fat Boy SSE and Boot Gang and all of them, they have no real talent. There's no talent. It's just sheer confidence.
There's a lot of people who but just presence, and like you said, repetition. Just
keep doing the same shit over
and over, fresh, new. Just keep every day being there. Eventually, you'll build a following, and that's what most of these social media stars have done.
So let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
This coffee is delicious.
I don't really drink coffee. This what you come out with? This coffee's an empty cup. That's what you come out the gate with on me, man?
I mean, it is coffee for music people. And
Music for coffee people.
A good coffee will wake you the fuck up in the morning. Remember,
You know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good Morning Bushwick, hosted by us two, Bud and Roach. I mean, here at First Live.
Where is First Live?
Bushwick, baby. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me right now. Like
Where
First
are we
Live
from?
Bushwick. We're from Bushwick. We are Bushwick.
Pick up your damn cup and pretend you're drinking the coffee.
Here at First Live Bushwick.
Do it again. Do it again.
You know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good Morning Bushwick.
Good morning.
Right now, we cutting a promo or we live?
No. Where can people go to find out what's happening in Bushwick?
BudandRoach.com and FirstLive.us.
This coffee is delicious.
Yes, it most certainly is.
I think we got to take a second and shout out Cheese real quick because he's working the Bud and Roach Show Instagram
Yes.
account. So I just wanted to read what was just posted
Go
because I
ahead.
think it's relevant.
Go ahead, sir.
Carrots, did you know they are man-made?
No.
Meaning it is unnatural. They lack electricity and are high in sugar and starch. They were created in the early 1800s. It's called a hybrid because it was made by splicing the genes of two natural vegetables, the Queen Anne's lace and the wild yam. When consumed, it is converted to carbonic acid, causing mineral deficiencies such as bone loss. And then they pitch it to you saying that it helps your eyes.
I don't know, man. Didn't know that. Definitely gonna have to look into that
Have
some
to
more,
look
man.
that shit up. And when you guys see the Bud and Roach Show Instagram going crazy, just know that that's cheese.
That's cheese.
You, when you see cheese, you're gonna know exactly. You're gonna.
I think you'll be able to tell.
He looks like a cheese.
Most of my pictures are lighthearted in nature, usually trying to get some sense of humor going. Cheeses are more enlightening, of that sort.
And you could tell by the comment when you see the bolts.
Yeah, if you see any type of electricity flashing through it, just know that was cheese all the way.
So I mean, we had a great show today.
We
bro.
did, man. Number 3.
I'm thrilled, bro. I love life.
I love it. Waking up every morning to do this, I love it.
I can't wait to go to Gyukaku tonight.
Yes, man. For all you people,
Have you been? You ever been to Gyukaku? It's a place in the city that I think it was the Japanese or some shit like that. And every seat is a booth, but every booth has its own grill on the table. So they control the fire for you. Everything has like controls on the outside and shit. They clean everything for you. They bring you out all the meats that you order. Just the food alone, before you even touch the drinks, you're looking at $80 just to have a seat. So I'm gonna pig the fuck out today, bro.
Enjoy it, man. Just don't hurt yourself.
And I'm gonna
be careful around the open flame. Make sure you cook your food thoroughly and properly.
Should I wear a hairnet?
You should definitely figure out something to do with that if you're gonna be cooking with an open flame. I mean, I wouldn't even worry about hair in the food. It's your own hair and your own food.
We got the nice. Look at that shot. That's a nice shot right there.
That's a nice
God
shot.
damn.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh,
a
look
sexy
at that.
shot
That is
right
a nice
there.
shot.
That shot is going on IG.
Look at that camera work right
Look
there.
At the camera
Again.
work, so sexy. God damn it. I love
Look at
this
that camera
place.
work back there.
Holy shit. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and do this again.
Yes, man.
And then the day after.
And then the day after that.
The day after that, bro.
The day after that's Saturday, so.
No, let's take the weekend off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
I do want to come to the event on Saturday, though.
I have to work Saturday night. I'm not
sure
sure
check this shit out.
I'm not sure my cohorts would be too proud of me or too happy if I take 2 Saturday nights off in a row. Especially considering last Saturday was a UFC event. I have no idea how that played out. So I'll hear more about that Saturday.
We still have access to the WWE network.
Yes.
So if you guys don't have the WWE network, and this is a shameless plug, of course. I don't know why they gave us this promotion, but for $1.99, we got it for 3 months.
For 3 months, $1.99, man.
Usually $10 a month.
And I told you, man, how I mean, just it's like a rabbit hole, bro. I wanted to just see the ending of that premiere SmackDown, and I watched.
You cannot.
The opening and like 2 other matches before going through. It was like a 90 minutes. It was like a 2-hour broadcast. All the commercials going. It was a little over 90 minutes. I watched maybe an hour of that 90 minutes.
People often blame Vince McMahon for destroying the wrestling competition. But at the end of the day, with the power of the WWE network, the fact that on this one network you can look up all the WCW,
ECW,
and ECW, shit,
WCW,
come on,
like,
bro.
I mean,
that's genius.
It's insane. He has it all in his hand. And you know what? I think we say that, and we need to need to give a fair amount of credit for its destruction to Ted Turner and WCW. What he allowed WCW to become with those crazy NWO contracts.
Yeah, and Vince Russo. Shitty writing.
Yeah. When he got there, that definitely didn't help either. There are a lot of people, man. I think we throw the blame on Vince because he's the big name and he's the name left standing.
Bischoff also was a big part of it.
He was, and then Bischoff obviously
started including himself too much in the storylines.
And then obviously, all worked on the end, but I think it's worked as best it could for now.
I'm gonna watch some wrestling for the rest of the day until it's time to go to Gyukaku.
Yeah, I think I might do the same. No, I'm probably not. I don't know what
Actually, I need to go film for Hot New Music Videos today. So there's a new episode of Hot New Music Videos coming out in a few hours. I'll probably just do it in the back. And where can they follow you again?
You can follow. That's Mr_Zotail on Instagram. I said at Instagram.
At Instagram. You can follow me at I'm King Roach. We're live every weekday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. ButtonRoach.com, FirstLive.us, First Live Coffee House Facebook page, live stream.
Yes.
We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, doing what we do.
Yes, 10 a.m., man. Here at First Live Bushwick, man. Come down, 219 Central Avenue.
219 Central, facts.
And I want to thank you all for tuning in this morning.
And come check out the coffee.
Yes, come get one of these fantastic
mochas. We just
mochas.
converted him.
My first ever coffee. There's a problem.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.